And talk to him exclusively. Right now, she joins us live. Jasmina, what is he telling you tonight?
Well, Mike, Joey Camp says he thought he'd be isolated for at least 10 days, but today the Georgia Department of Public Health cleared him and he's back at his home in Canton. Actually spoke with him on the phone earlier today to find out why and how he's already been released. Take a listen.
I've got a clean bill of health.
Joey Camp tells me on the phone Sunday afternoon that he is feeling better after being in isolation since Tuesday. Camp tested positive for coronavirus on Monday. He works at a Waffle House in Canton that temporarily closed. CBS 46 first spoke with Camp when he went into isolation. He was the first and only Georgian with coronavirus to live on the campgrounds.
The last 3 days I've been symptom-free.
Camp was being isolated at Hard Labor State Park. The Georgia Department of Public Health tells me he was released without retesting because he has been asymptomatic for a full week. He is considered cured. That is the new CDC guidance being followed by states.
Because I was symptom-free, the Department of Health and Human Services have deemed that if you are without symptoms between 3 and 7 days, you're no longer shedding the virus, so you are no longer contagious.
Camp says his fever and chills are now gone. He tells me he started feeling better about 3 days after isolation.
I'm ready to get back to work and get back in the community. The only reason I'm still kind of dragging is because I've been on my back for the last week and a half.
And Camp says now he is ready to get back to work. He actually told me his Waffle House store is expected to open back up on Tuesday after being closed. Alicia?
All right, Jasmina, so Joey Camp was in isolation for only a week, as you reported, but the CDC says you should quarantine for 14 days. So a lot of us now asking, reconcile that math. You're saying it comes down to the definition of isolation versus quarantining?
Alicia, that's right. The CDC says isolation is for someone who is sick with a contagious disease to make sure they don't spread it to anyone else. The CDC says quarantine is for someone who's been potentially exposed to a contagious disease to see if, in fact, they do become sick. And Joey Camp was in isolation. Alicia?
All right, Jasmina, we've heard those words used interchangeably often. Good clarification. Stay safe for us out there tonight.